Seedance just announced the Seedance 2.0 update, and while there's a lot of noise online, I wanted to sit down and look at what this model actually does. It's not just a Sora killer or whatever the clickbait titles say, it's a tool that changes the fundamental workflow of how we create. Instead of just guessing with words, we're now able to give the AI a blueprint using images, videos, and audio all at the same time. Today we're going to walk through the deep research on what's known about 2.0 so far. We'll talk about the 12-file mixing system, the way it handles character consistency, and the new native audio-visual engine. But before we get into the technical weeds, let's talk about how you can actually get into this ecosystem without a massive enterprise budget or a month-long waitlist. One of the biggest hurdles with these new models is actually getting your hands on them. Most of the time, they are either in a closed beta or require a massive amount of technical setup. You can easily access all these powerful AI models in one place on the cheapest and best AI tool, Higgsfield AI, as soon as released. I've put the link in the description. Now let's dive into the research and see what makes Seedance 2.0 so different. The biggest standout feature in Seedance 2.0 is multimodal input mixing. In the 1.0 and 1.5 versions, you are mostly limited to one image or one short text prompt. Version 2.0 apparently supports up to 12 mixed files at once. Let's break down what that actually looks like in a real workflow. Imagine you're trying to create an action scene. In the old way, you describe a hero in a city. In 2.0, you can upload MIDE, Ransen ein image references. These might be different angles of your character, the specific color palette of your world, or even a sketch of the layout. 3 video references. This is the game changer. You can upload a video of a specific dance, a parkour move, or even a camera pan from a classic movie. Audio and text. You add your background music and a text prompt to tie it all together. The model uses an @reference system. In your prompt, you don't just say a man runs, you say image 1, or the character performs the movements in @video 2, or the reference motion, while the camera follows the style of @video 3. This is directing, not just prompting. By splitting the inputs this way, the AI doesn't have to guess what the character looks like, or how they should move. It extracts the identity from the images and the motion from the videos. For creators, this means the hit rate of usable clips goes up significantly. You aren't rolling the dice anymore, you're providing the ingredients. One thing that always made AI video feel a bit fake was the lack of sound. You'd get a beautiful clip of a car driving through rain, but it was dead silent. You'd have to go to a separate AI, generate the sound of rain, and try to sync it manually. Seedance 2.0 seems to have solved this with native audio-visual generation. According to the research, the model generates the audio and the video at the exact same time using a dual-branch diffusion transformer. Think of it like this. The AI isn't just drawing pixels, it's calculating the physics of the scene. If it draws a foot hitting the ground, it knows that a sound should occur at that specific frame. This results in perfect sync. Footsteps match the walking pace. If a glass breaks, the shatter and the sound are perfectly aligned. But it's not just sound effects. Ambient sounds adapt to the scene. If the camera is close to a waterfall, the roar is loud. If the camera pans away, the sound muffles naturally. This creates a level of immersion that we haven't seen in previous models. It effectively eliminates a huge chunk of post-production work, making it possible to export a clip that is social ready the second it's finished rendering. Another massive pain point in AI video has been iteration. If you liked everything about a clip except for the character's shirt color, you usually had to regenerate the whole thing and hope for a miracle. Seedance 2.0 introduces in-model editing. This is essentially prompt-based modification. Instead of a full re-roll, you can tell the model, swap the character in the blue shirt for the character in @image 2, or change the background from a forest to a desert. It also supports video extension and scene concatenation. This means you can take a 5-second clip and tell the AI to continue the story for another 5 seconds while maintaining the exact same lighting and momentum. For filmmakers, this is huge. It allows you to build a narrative sequence piece by piece. You can modify backgrounds, extend clips, or even change the plot halfway through a scene, all through text instructions. It's basically like having a digital editor living inside the model. Let's talk specs for a second, because that's what a lot of people care about. Seedance 1.5 Pro was already impressive, but 2.0 is a different beast. We're looking at 1080p native output, and some reports even mention 2K with significantly better textures. One of the biggest complaints about earlier AI video was that plastic look. Skin was too smooth, eyes looked like glass. Seedance 2.0 has made a leap in professional-grade textures. You can see the grain in wood, the pores on skin, and the way light refracts through water or glass. What's even more impressive is the speed. Despite the increase in resolution and complexity, generation is reportedly 30% faster than 1.5 Pro. This is likely due to more efficient sampling methods. In the past, high-quality video took minutes to generate. Now, we're seeing professional-grade clips in under 60 seconds. When you're trying to hit a deadline or exploring different creative paths, that 30% time saving is a massive competitive advantage. One of the hardest things for an AI to learn is physics. How does a dress fold when someone sits down? How does hair move in the wind? Seedance 2.0 uses advanced motion synthesis to power clips ranging from 5 to 12 seconds. Unlike earlier models that often looked like they were hallucinating movement, 2.0 looks physically realistic. The research points to smooth athletic movements and complex choreography. If you prompt for a gymnast doing a backflip, the AI understands the momentum, the tuck, and the landing. It doesn't look like a series of morphing images. It looks like a recorded video. This also applies to interactions. The object doesn't just merge into the hand. This level of physical physical accuracy is what allows AI video to finally step out of the uncanny valley and into the realm of professional production. This is where Seedance 2.0 really starts to pull ahead of the competition. Multi-shot storytelling is the ability to generate sequences that flow naturally. In the past, every clip was a one-off. If you wanted to make a short film, you had to struggle to make each clip look like the last. Seedance 2.0 manages contextual lighting and plot continuity. If your character moves from a dark hallway into a bright room, the lighting on their face adjusts logically. But the real holy grail here is character consistency. The research says that facial features, outfits, and even tiny details like jewelry remain locked throughout the entire clip and across multiple generations. This is the identity lock. By using the multimodal system to upload a character sheet once, you can then use that character in a dozen different scenes, and they will always look like the same person. For anyone building a brand, a YouTube series, or a virtual influencer, this is the most important feature in the entire update. So what's the final takeaway? Seedance 2.0 isn't just about better pixels, it's about predictability. The 12-file multimodal system, the native audio-visual sync, and the identity lock are all designed to solve one problem, the slot machine effect. We are finally getting the controls we've been asking for. We can now provide the character, the motion, and the music, and let the AI handle the rendering. It's an exciting time to be a creator, but it's also a time to learn new skills. Prompt engineering is evolving into asset direction. If you're ready to start, remember to check out the models on Higgsfield AI. It's the most practical way to jump into this new era without getting bogged down in the technical hurdles. Thanks for sitting through this deep dive. The research shows a bright future for AI video, and I can't wait to see what you all build with these new tools. Keep creating, keep experimenting, and I'll see you in the next one.